We're in the second over being bowled here by Orlando Johnson. And so far he's given up 8 in the over so far. And a play and a miss here by Stephen Taylor. And certainly, Ivor, you yourself on ESPN, so you got to make sure that the contracts doesn't pass you by.
Yes, I've seen some dots already. I just have to sign on the dotted lines. There'll be plenty of dots. We've been commentating on plenty of dots over here.
So Taylor on 8. He's looked good. Ball defended onto the offside. They'll go through for 1. So 150 more needed from 110 balls. Fowler comes into strike, who hasn't had many playing opportunities with a very strong Indian Lions setup here. When you have a lineup with the likes of Mervyn Dillon, Orlando Baker, Devian Davison on the bench, it tells you something else about the strength of the Indian Lions team. Well put together squad. And you look at their camp, and they brought a couple of plane loads here. And it will take 3 JetBlue to take them back home tomorrow. Ball defended here by Fowler. He can't score. He remains on 4. 9 to Taylor is 15 without loss.
And again, we just have to give it to the creator, Obi. We're saying that we're giving it to you. We always have to big up the men behind the scenes, and you would have done a good job, my man. Very well.
So Obi makes sure that the real estate out there is well prepared, and so far so good. We've seen a lot of runs scored on this track.
So Johnson is quite pacey, and this batsman was trying to swivel to pull him to the deep square leg position, but the ball rushed onto him, and he's in a bit of a discomfort, but he has pride. He's not going to hit the canvas, but we saw the referee getting over him there, ready to give him the 8 mandatory standing count, but he's up and on his feet. Thank God that the over is done. He can catch his breath.
So a very important match here for the U.S. All-Stars. They would have gotten into one of the previous U.S. Open finals. I remember it might have been 2012. And it might have been beaten by Trinidad and Tobago. I think it's the year when Shoaib Akhtar visited here. 15 without loss. Stephen Taylor will be the man on strike. Najaf Shah, who has proved to be a handful in this series. He runs in from the far end. And Taylor, that cracking shot through the offside, beats the man at point, and it goes away for 4. So Stephen Taylor.
He didn't even move. That's it. Taylor knew that he was going to misfield that, so he stayed there for the camera and earned himself 4 runs, and that takes him into double figures. He is on to my favorite lucky 13. Keep an eye on us. Keep an eye on us. Oh.
So 13 to Taylor off just 8 balls. It's 19 for no loss. And Najaf Shah, certainly one of the taller cricketers around here, got mistaken for Mohamed Irfan by a cricket fan. So had to point him in the right direction. That Mohamed Irfan is 7-something, so can't be him. So 19 for none. Here is Stephen Taylor, 13 not out. And he's getting wrapped on the pad. Oh, he's given out. So Stephen Taylor falls for 13. It's 19 for 1. Najaf Shah strikes here early. Taylor gone for 13.
Yes, that one hit him, and Taylor thought he may have been outside the off stump or getting a little high, but umpire Samuels thought that he would send Taylor on his way. But Taylor was beginning to look good, but he fell for the unlucky 13 from 9. So the first wicket in the run chase would have gone 19 for 1. Taylor walks back a dejected man, disappointed in either his play or the umpire's decision. Either way, he's not a happy man, but he's just have to kneel and pray and hope that his team get over the line, or else this would be the last we're seeing of Taylor in this 8th year of the U.S. Open competition.
Once again, the goat mouth of Ivor. Just mentioned the unlucky 13, and there goes Taylor. I say if I was a captain of the opposing team, I would demonstrate against having Ivor at the microphone.
Well, one of my favorite batsmen has We placed Taylor, Dennis Ramden. I would always say, I always believe that Dennis Ramden can make the West Indies team as a batsman. Just like Jeffrey Dujong would have made the team as a batsman and then turned keeper. I think he could have started as a wicket keeper and turned batsman. He has a good cricketing head, especially in the ODIs. We are asking for Craig Brathwaite to be in the team, to just suck up balls. But a guy like Ramden, that's the guy I would have in my one-day team.
Especially he was spotted by the great Sir Viv Richards himself, you know. So we want to have Ramden in the ODI team.
Yes, so Shah comes in, bowls him, and this time he's covering up, playing it back along the track on the onside. And he's not going to gift his wicket away, I can tell you that. He's a stiff competitor, and we're into the power plays, but power play does not mean you have to give away your hand. We've seen so many wickets would have fallen in the power play. But 19 for 1, and Ramden comes to the wicket, and he's going to do battle. He has not really been on show with the bat in this tournament, so sometimes you leave the best for last. Hopefully for him, this is not the last. They're trying to get to another game to be played after this. Sure, it is. This time he's working this one nicely off the pads, and they're running on the stroke. Good running, good understanding between these two, as Ramden was tucked up, turning it around the corner neatly to a short mid-wicket, and he is on the way. The score goes up to 20 for 1. Fowler comes into strike. He's batting 4 from 5. And the partnership has just got underway. It's 1. Taylor would have gone for lucky 13.
Yes, Ivor, it's a keen contest here. Dinesh Ramden is on 1, Fowler is on 4. They have lost Stephen Taylor. And Najaf Shah bowling at 1 for 10. Dinesh Ramden, 74 tests, 139 one-day international. So a lengthy representation at the international level for the West Indies. And, of course, we all know he would have captained West Indies on many occasions. It's 20 for 1. Fowler is on 4. He faces up and waits for Najaf Shah, who's had a good series and so far a good game. And Fowler gets a ball. He has to defend. This is good bowling here from Najaf Shah. And so 145 needed from 103 as the third over comes to an end. So 3 gone is 20 for 1.
Yes, a successful over there. One in which Taylor, we would have seen the back of him. And Ollie is here to describe. And Ollie, along the way, you can give us some scores with international matches.
Okay, lots of international cricket is being played presently. So, you know, in between overs, I'll be giving you report on some of those matches. Pakistan is presently playing New Zealand in a test match. New Zealand was all out for 271. In return, Pakistan was bowled out for 216. And in the second innings, Pakistan is not without loss in a rain-delayed play. And so they'll be starting their second innings tomorrow or later tonight, our time. So it's 271 for New Zealand in 83 overs and 4 balls. And Pakistan replied 217 in 67 overs. And they are yet to commence their second innings.
Well, play's been held up here a little while Audi gets himself organized there. The umpires would have conferred. We do not know what's taking place, but 5 ball. Okay, so the over was not completed, so we still have to have the 6th ball bowled. So the fielders have got to go back in their position because Shaw, with his tails up, having taken a wicket in this over already, the wicket of Taylor, he has yet to bowl one legal delivery to make it an over.
So play resumes here. Fowler on strike, and here is Najaf Shah, his 6th ball. And defending is Fowler. He gets a single up towards the offside, and now for the second time the over comes to an end. And as we saw earlier on, oddly, with Merv Dillon here, it took 3 West Indian bowlers to finish an over. It took a couple of tries here to finish this one. 21 for 1.
It's finally over. Finally over.
Yes.
And over. Okay, some of the main scorers in the New Zealand team. Opener Raval scored 55. Taylor, 37. And wicketkeeper, 49 not out. Watlin, 49 not out.
So Johnson will continue. The first over cost him 9. They still require 144 from 102 balls. Indian Lions take on U.S. All-Stars. Fowler will be on strike, and he faces up to Johnson. And he's cutting and cutting well. He gets the ball past the man at backward point. Chance of a run out here. In fact, wrong end perhaps. And Fowler makes it home. He goes up by 1. He goes up to 6. It's 22 for 1.
Yes, that's poor winning there by Fowler, though. To be honest with you, that was always 2. He turned his back on his batter, and the man was in the deep, and he was going to take on his arm. One was going back to the danger end, but the Fowler would have settled for 1. When you're in a run chase, you've got to run hard. You've got to try to overhaul that 165. But anyway, it's the man's age. It's 21 for 1. Hold on.
So Ramden has been playing at the international level for a very, very long time. Some 74 tests, 139 won international, and not forgetting T20 international. And so he comes in here with certainly a wealth of experience. 22 for 1 here, Ivor.
Yes? 24, 21. Let's get it right. 22. 22, yes.
So ball played over the mid-on area. Fielder had a play on it. And it goes away for 4 off the bat of Dennis Ramden. He goes up to 5. It's 26 for 1.
Yes, you don't really hit Johnson too hard. He bowls with venom. I remember last night what happened when he got hit, man. He started bowling with some venom. But Ramden, like we say, will have none of it.
So 26 for 1. Ramden is on 5. Fowler is on 6. And we're in the 4th over being bowled here by Johnson. 139 needed from 99 balls. An asking rate of 8.42. 26 for 1. The ball cut away here by Ramden. They scamper through for an easy single in the end. And Ramden goes up to 6. Fowler is also on 6. It's 27 for 1.
Yes, well, good running again between these two. Like we said, they've got to get the wheels on. 27 for 1. And they are really trying to get to the 165. We would have seen the demise of Taylor already, gone for 13.
So Fowler, the man on strike, and ball played up towards the onside. And Ivor, over time, you have lived here for a long time in South Florida. You've seen a lot of local cricket. And what I've got to say, and with the likes of Dennis Ramden and certainly Lendell Simmons and some of the top West Indian players in this tournament, what I've seen over the years, observing and certainly being around cricket here, is that sometimes the likes of these international players like Ramden and Lendell Simmons, they come to the United States and their expectation is perhaps underrating local cricket here. And a lot of times we've seen players with big reputation come here and they've had to work, A, hard for their runs, 2, surprised by the level of competition here. And you know what I'm talking about. And over the years, we've seen the U.S. Open, and the U.S. Open has attracted many international players. Boy, but I'll tell you something, they've had to work for their runs, and if they're bowlers, they'll have to bowl hard for the wicket. And that just goes to show the level of competition in the United States.
Yes.
Back to the second test match between New Zealand and Pakistan. The main wicket takers for Pakistan: Mohammad Amir, 2 for 59. Imran Khan, 3 for 52. Sohail Khan, 4 for 99. And in reply, the Pakistanis are 216, and the main scorers were Babar Azam. He made 90 runs of a total 216. Babar Azam, 90 runs, and Asad Shafiq, 23, and Sohail Khan, 37.
You got that for?
Main wicket takers: Tim Saudi, 6 for 80, and Neil Wagner, 3 for 59. The main destroyers for New Zealand.
So Junaid Siddiqui has been given the ball here. Is 29 for 1. Ramden is on 6. He will be the man on strike. Fowler is on 8. Indian Lions requires another 136 from 96 balls. And so Ramdin gets ready to face Junaid Shahid Afridi Siddiqui. The ball worked into the onside. Ramdin goes up to 7, and it's 30 for 1, Ivor.
Yes, 7 from 5 for Ramdin, and keeping company is Fowler at the top of the inning. He's an 8 from 10. And again, the winner stays and the loser goes home.
So Al Masafi already booked a place in the final. And they could be somewhere lurking around, just making sure that things are well in place here and just making sure that they get a chance to see one of their opponents who will play them in a couple of hours. It's 30 for 1, still lots of cricket left here, 135 to win from 94 balls.
And it's the biggest crowd we've seen from the 4 days. So Sundays when we really play cricket here, bang to the offside, and he's going to be getting only 1 for his effort. As there's a man stationed at the wide mid-off position, once his left picks up. And I started saying about the crowd today, we have, well, not a packed crowd, but at least it's the best we've seen for the 4 days. ESPN, everyone's looking at ESPN.
Yes, Ivor, ball worked away towards the mid-wicket area. Dotson is coming around. Can he get there? In fact, he gets to the ball and makes a very good save. He gets a round of applause here from the commentary box. And they come back with 2. What a save there from Hakeem Dotson.
Yes, my word, that's effort. And any bowler would like that. Once you're putting in the effort in the field, that bowler tail will go up just as if he would have taken a wicket. But it was a good stroke there. I can tell you it was all along the turf to the mid-wicket. The fielder, square leg, ran to his left with all his worth in the man of a Usain Bolt, caught up with it, stayed in bounds and rifled in the throw, held the batsman down to 2.
So Ivor, straight to mid-off, and that's the end of the Ramdin. Ramdin goes for 9. It's 33 for 2.
Oh, my word, I'm telling you, he showed signs of aggression there, but he hit it straight to the man there at the mid-off position, station there, mid-on. Shaw, the Shaw who's been bowling from the other end. So Shaw has had a good feel of the ball because he has bowled some 2 overs. He has bowled, some 2 overs already.
Yes, Ivor, but for right now, Dinesh Ramdin trying to go over the tallest cricketer out in the middle there and simply didn't succeed. So he's gone. And Lendell Simmons walks to the middle. It's 33 for 2.
Okay, let's take a look at this third test match being played between England and India. England, they were all out for 283. And Captain Cook, 27. And Bairstow, the mainstay, 89. Along with Butler, 43. And the wicket takers for India was Mohammad Shami, 3 for 63. Yadav, we have 2 Yadavs now. J Yadav, 2 for 49, and UT Yadav, 2 for 58. And Ashwin, 1 for 43, and Dejaja, 2 for 59.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so at the fall of the wicket, he has replaced Ramdin, one Trinidadian to another. Siddiqui has struck as soon as he gets in his first over. And this time the batters run single. And I would think that Fowler was a little late in getting off the mark there. He has got to do better than that. Lendell Simmons was his call. And as a batter, as a non-striker, you have got to be backing up. You have to be alert. It's a 20-20 over. You have got to be looking to score from every ball. So that was poor cricket on his part. That's twice we would have seen him lapse in his short, brief stay so far. 34 it is for 2. Fowler is on 9. Simmons just reaching to the wicket. He is on 1 from 1.
Yet in reply, the Indians, they are 271 for 6. Vajera, 51. Virat Kohli, 62. Patel, wicketkeeper and opening bat, he made 42. And Ashwin is not out presently, 57. And Jadeja on 31. They will resume batting later tonight. Out time.
So Johnson continues. Lendl Simmons, we'll have to wait and see if he got touch on this one.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, he's gone away for 4. So Lendl Simmons, he picks up his first bunker. He goes up to 5 and pushes the score up to 38 for 2 as Indian Lions fight back here. They still need 127 from 89 balls. Simmons is on 5. Fowler is on 9. It's 38 for 2. They've lost Taylor for 13. And they've lost Dinesh Ramdin for 9. Couple of wickets, one from Junaid Siddiq and one from Najaf Shaw. 38 for 2. As we see Orlando Johnson from the bottom end of the ground, the pavilion end. And he runs it now to ball to Lendl Simmons. And Simmons works this one away. Good looking shot, looking for 2. They're running quickly. Fielder gets onto the ball now. And the batsman deciding that it's safer to stay for 1. And so it's 39 for 2. Simmons goes up to 6. Fowler is on 9. And they have lost 2 wickets. It's 39 for 2, 126 required from 88 balls.
Again, Simmons coming in like last night when his team is in a spot of bother, but he looks cool and calm and looks to be the man in form.
So 39 for 2 still, and Johnson. Oh, that's a big looking shot here from Fowler this time. Man makes a very good save, and they'll come back with 2. So good looking shot here from Zenith Fowler towards the deep areas on the onside. He picks up a couple. He goes up to 11.
Yes, showing signs of aggression, knowing that this is the last over of the power play. He got 2 for his effort, and they're trying to dig themselves out of the woods. 41 for 2. Fowler is an 11 from 13. Simmons 6 from 3, going at a good clip, trying to repair a little early damage, but nonetheless, US, they are trying to keep it within 165. I'm saying that very easy.
So 124 required from 87 balls. Simmons gets, in fact, Fowler gets 1. He lobs up behind the bowler. He goes up to 12.
Yeah, that was a quicker delivery. He rushed him. I can tell you that he was trying to swivel it. Thought it was short. He could have been pulling it. But the ball hit the bat even before he knew it. But there was no sealing it off. And the bowler was in his follow-through, gone past that one that went over his head. But ask the batsman, he'll tell you, I deliberately did that.
So Lendl MP Simmons. Lendl MP Simmons. And
talking of MP, he was the man of the match in one of the games that he would have played earlier.
So 123 to win from 86 balls. And Johnson to...
Easy as they come. Easy as they come. Simmons just had to get back in that, and it's create-driven. None as pretty as that so far in the inning. Shot of the inning so far. Simmons is racing away. He's on 10 from 4. And sooner or later, our official score would tell us what weight he's going at.
So Lendl Simmons goes up to 10. Fowler is on 12. It's 46 for 2. And it's 119 to win from 85 balls.
And Simmons' strike rate is 250, believe it or not.
So Johnson, ball turned into the onside.
More runs for Simmons. More runs for Simmons. This is going to have the legs to get in there. So now, if the previous ball he was going at 250, our official score is going to tell us his strike rate again. Go.
Okay, just to continue with...
We'll continue. The man who has a similar action that of Afridi, or is it the other way around?
Afridi has a similar actions to him.
So 115 to win from 84 balls. They've posted 50 on the board. They've lost a couple of wickets. They've lost Taylor and Ramdin. And Siddiqui comes in out the ball to Fowler. Fowler works this one away towards the onside. He'll pick up his 13th run. Simmons is on 14. It's 51 for 2.
50 comes up, but no stand by.
So we are in over number 7 being bowled here by Junaid. Indian Lions need 114 to win from 83 balls. And this is the second semi-final of the U.S. Cricket Open 2016 installment. Al Masafi, the Afghan boys, they're waiting in the wings. Ball off driven here by Lendl Simmons. He goes up to 15. The partnership has gone up to 19. It's 52 for 2, Ivor.
Yes, the 50 came up at a good clip there. And they're needing 113 to get to the 165 mark, thus getting themselves into the finals.
So 113 to win from 81 balls. Still 8.37 is the asking rate. And they're going at exactly 8 and over so far. So Lendl Simmons on 15. Fowler is on 13. Fowler is the man on strike. Oh, that's a big shot. A good-looking shot here from Fowler. And it goes out of the playing area. 6 runs off the bat of Fowler. He goes up to 19. It's 58 for 2.
Yes, it's a good-looking shot there. And like we said, he gave it all that he had. And the man stationed there at the long on-boundary had no chance. And he just had to look at it fly over his head as if it was a bird.
So Fowler goes up to 19. It's 58 for 2. And Siddiqui, let's look at his bowling figure so far. He's bowled 1.5 overs, 1 for 13. Got the wicket of Dinesh Ramdin. Caught Najab Shah. So 79 balls remaining, still 107 to go. Looking for a single. No, says Simmons. And they closes off over number 7 here. 58 for 2 with Simmons on 15. He will be the man on strike when play resume. And Audley is 58 for 2.
Okay, 58 for 2. Let's take a look at some more international matches that have been played. The final of the Tri-Nation match being played between Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka. Of course, the West Indies, they participated, but they were eliminated by Zimbabwe on the Duckworth-Lewis system. And Zimbabwe batted first. They made 160. And you know that's always going to fall short of the 160. And Sri Lanka, in reply, lost only 4 wickets. In reply, they made...
Will be the man on strike, and this could be a very keen contest here. Saeed Ajmal, of course, having played at the international level and quite successful when he did. He makes a good start. He starts with a dot ball here. Simmons remains on 15. Ivor is 58 for 2.
Yes, and we are looking at international cricket all around here, where we would have had Afridi at the highest level for Pakistan and Simmons at the highest level for West Indies. And for you viewers streaming live on ESPN, we welcome you.
So 58 for 2. Ajmal comes into ball to Simmons. Simmons is on 15. Oh, he goes big. Field is settling under it. Oh, he takes the catch. Simmons is gone. 58 for 3.
My word, and Simmons, who have played beautifully so far, made the one mistake and having to pay for it. Ajmal, with all his experience, at one time rated as the #1 bowler in the world. And we can say Simmons tried to show him no respect. And Ajmal said, I will get the better of you. I am trying to get to the finals. I will try to get the informed batsman, the informed Simmons, walks back to the dugout now, a dejected man, but he's been replaced by skipper Ricardo Powell. He has got to take the bull by the horn. He will not be in tandem with Simmons like they did last night. Fowler will be the man to partner Ricardo Powell.
So Saeed Ajmal strikes
team and lead from the front. He would have done the duty of bowling tight. He himself would have bowled from both ends, did all he can to make sure that they didn't get a score that in his mind would be out of range. Now he's here to wheel the willow to get them over the line. Ajmal around the wicket, and this time Ricardo is getting one, this quicker, and Fowler, this is, I beg your pardon, Fowler, because the batters did cross while the ball was in the air. So Fowler been there for quite some time. He's on 19 from 21. He's to face Ajmal with his tails up, having taken a wicket in the second delivery of this first spell. He comes forward, beaten outside the off stump. The wicketkeeper takes, whips the bail off in a flash, but Fowler, back foot was well grounded. So Samuels, the umpire, comes in to do the repair to make sure that everything is okay. And I'll take you to... Well, Ajmal, again, around the wicket, and a dead ball signal here by umpire Nemhard, and acknowledged by our scorer, hard-working David Maitland. And I don't think the stumps are in the correct position. And Nemhard is not trusting the wicketkeeper, so he asks Samuels to come and do his duty. Make sure those stumps are well aligned. And this time the switch, it comes out from around the wicket, but apparently that one pitch outside of the leg stump. He tried to put in the switch hit to earn himself a run, but he survives the appeal. Ajmal, at the end of his first over, a successful one at that. The latest score at Central Broward Regional Park is 58 for 3.
Okay, some more international cricket. Women's international cricket. Match being played between Australia and South Africa. ODIs. Scores. Australia 242, all out in 49 overs and 5 balls. In reply, South Africa all out 242. So the match ended in a tie, 242 each for Australian women and also the South Africans.
Yes, and just to bring the scores up to date, not the scores, the listeners up to date and the viewers up to date, Ajmal would have ended with a maiden wicket. I think it's the second in this tournament. So he's living to his reputation that he would have built for himself.
So it looks like Dilhara has been given the ball. Dilhara comes into the attack. Powell gets off the mark with a single here.
Yeah, he works this one into the onside nicely. The one was making some height in him, but Powell, just with the stroke alone, seemed to be a man in form. He's well composed and he's underway.
So Saeed Ajmal, you're right on that. A maiden over, and 5 of those would have been dot ball. And as we have alluded to during the course of this tournament, oh, it's high in the air.
What was that?
Oh, he puts it down.
He was never settled. I thought, I said, even the wicketkeeper could have gone up and catch that. He was never settled. He was chipping. He needed to take 1 or 2 big strides, get there, wait, and settle. He was chipping. His head was in the air for far too long. But I thought the bowler should have taken that one. The bowler was closer to it than him.
So it appears to be Hassan Raza, the captain, who never got close. Badly missed here. Ricardo Powell is on 1. Fowler escapes. He's on 20. 60 for 3. 105 balls remaining. In fact, 105 runs remaining. 70 balls make that 69. So a lot of drama here at the Central Broward Regional Park. You're watching the second semi-final. Indian Lions having a score to settle here with U.S. All-Stars with the news Al Masafi are in the final of the 2016 U.S. Cricket Open, coming to you live here from Broward County in South Florida. And Dilhara runs in again, couple of runs in the over so far. And a play and a miss here by Ricardo Powell. He remains on 120 to Fowler. And we are in the 9th over being bowled here by Dilhara. So 105 to win from 68 balls. And just to come back to the previous over bowl by Saeed Ajmal, 5 dot balls. And the 6th one was a wicket dot ball. And as we have alluded to during the course of this tournament, one of the best dot balls you can bowl is the one that has the W inside.
Yes, indeed. So Paul was trusting the wicket there with the previous delivery, and he's banging one through the covers, well fielded down at the cover sweeper, and he sent the throw back in, and in the meantime, the batters would have crossed for 2.
So it's a good bit of work from the man out in the deep there. It appears to be Junaid, and he continues to feel well. We know he's a good bowler. It's a good bit of effort there. 62 for 3. Oh, Powell goes big. And this will clear the mid-wicket area. Akeem Dotson looks up, and it goes out of the playing area. Powell goes up to 9, is 68 for 3.
And that's what I was saying. He was trusting the wicket. We would have seen him play and missed that one that went over the top of the stump. And that's because he was trusting the wicket. This time the bowler is guilty of over-pitching, and Powell gave it the treatment. Just a whack, and away she goes. It's out of here.
Okay.
96 to win from 65. And Saeed Ajmal comes into bowl to Ricardo Powell down the leg side. Will be called a wide. And so a couple will be added to the scorecard here. 71 for 3.
And again, more disappointment for Ajmal. He's not accustomed to that. Now he has gone in 2 deliveries, one delivery, I should say, and they've given up 3 runs. And I know he's really, really, really disappointed.
So he comes in out the ball to Fowler. And Fowler turns it out towards the onside, batting with Ricardo Powell. And we saw a responsible knock the other night from Ricardo Powell. Very smart cricketer, and
he played with a cricketing brain alongside Lyndon Simmons last evening.
So he will have to bring out one of those performances here today as Indian Lions, they're batting a 72 for 3. A big swing and a miss here from Ricardo Powell, beaten by a good ball here from Ajmal.
Again, he's trusting the wicket. It has a little bounce in it. If that would have kept low, and that would have crashed into the stump, because he went right over the top of the middle stump. But he's trusting the bounce.
So both of these teams, and in fact all 4 teams, as we have mentioned during the course of the broadcast, are all from the franchise zone, the zone that was always carded to advance to the quarterfinal. And in fact, only Miami Sharks would have missed out on an opportunity to play in the last 4. And so far we have seen Stallions getting knocked out earlier on in the day by Al Masafi. And Indian Lions locked into a big battle here with US All-Stars. All-Stars posting 164. And in reply, Lions are batting a 73 for 3.
92 more to get over the line of 165, but Ajmal would have something else in mind. And my word, that was between the batter and the stump. He was making room to play inside out, and Fowler was trying to get after Ajmal, but Ajmal will have none of that. Fowler, he's been there at the top of the inning, batting on 22. We've lost 3 wickets. They need to keep it turning over, as opposed to going for the big shots at this time. But Fowler again is showing signs of aggression. He's not respecting the name Ajmal. He's playing the 5.5 ounce. As that over comes to an end, and by Ajmal's standard, that was a very, very expensive over. Some 6 runs coming from it.
Okay, just to continue with the scorecard, the main scorers in the match, South African women versus the Australians. Knapp would have scored 66. Niekerk, the captain, Van Niekerk, she scored 81. And the main destroyers for Australia was Jensen, 3 for 37. And she was the main destroyer.
So Dilhara continues. Fowler plays it up towards the offside. He picks up his 24th run. Takes the score up to 75 for 3. And brings the equation down to 90 to win from 59 balls.
And as I said before, the score ended in a tie, 242 each.
So we are in over number 11 here. This is the semi-final, one of the second semi-final. The winner gets a chance to play in the final and a shot at $50,000 at least.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's a short ball played towards the mid-wicket area. Dotson comes in, takes a well-judged catch. Powell is gone, 75 for 4.
Not a good shot at all. He got a top edge. There was a man stationed in the deep, but early in his innings, he would have hit a 6 in that direction. He was looking for number 2. It had the height, never the distance. Powell is gone. They're in a spot of bother. Believe it or not. They just go.
So Stephen Taylor for 13. Dinesh Ramdin for 9. Lendell Simmons for 15. And now Ricardo Powell for 14. 79 for 4. Danza Hyatt is the new batsman. He comes out here with still 86 to win from 57 balls. And Fowler goes up to 25. It's 80 for 4, 85 to win from 56 balls. So Indian Lions under some bit of pressure here. We've seen good fight back from U.S. All-Stars. Still a long way to go. 85 to win from 56 balls. And Danza Hyatt, former West Indies one-day international player. He comes in here with a lot of batting work to do here as we welcome Jafar Shaw. And Shaw, U.S. All-Stars doing well here.
Definitely, they were doing well, and when we were doing the toss, they did say that we want to bat first because we have a strong bowling attack, and we're going to rely on that to control the Indian Lions from running away because they do recognize that the Indian Lions have a good batting lineup right up to 11.
So a ball played up into the offside. They're running quickly, realizing that every run counts. Hyatt gets off the mark with 1. Fowler is on 25. And the equation comes down to 84 to win from 55 balls. Still one more ball to finish up over number 11 here. And Fowler, he has really taken the opportunity, the limited opportunity he has had with the Indian Lions this year to really post a good score. He's on 25 not out. And he defends. So that concludes over number 11. It's 81 for 4. Still 84 to win from 54 balls.
Yes, definitely it's a challenging task, but it's not an impossible task because the way their batting lineup is set up, anyone can click and anyone can have 2 good overs and the game will change.
Mm-hmm. So Dilhara bowling at 1 for 17. We've also seen wickets from Najaf Shaw, 1 for 11. Junaid, 1 for 13. And Saeed Ajmal, 1 for 6. Oh, he ducks bat still in the way. That completes over number 11. It's 81 for 4 Shaw and then 84 to win from 54 balls.
Yeah.
Take it up, Shaw.
Yeah, it is. It is an interesting game. I think the U.S. All-Star is really showing their strength at this particular time to manage the middle over of the games, which are the crucial overs we call, as the game usually breaks or opens up in terms of positioning the team for target score or winning score or defending score by the fielding team. So middle over, I think they're capitalizing on those so-called Saeed Ajmal, Junaid Siddiqui, and Dilara to bowl well and keep the score, Indian Lions from running away with the score.
Well, here's Sean Qureshi taking up the attack from the pavilion, and 88 required of 54 balls, and Qureshi left orthodox spinner has been bowling well on the domestic circuit here in the United States. And that's a good delivery on and about the off, something in away from the batsman. Hyatt on that occasion just pushes it out on the offside for a single. Hyatt with a lot of experience, having played for Jamaica. Even he had a stint also with the West Indies.
Yeah. Zizan Siddiqui to Hyatt. Glancing down to the leg side to get a single. Zishan Qureshi.
Yesterday we outside the off stump. Qureshi dragging him wide, but there's enough on that one to go for 6. Wide outside the off stump, and Fowler on that occasion being able to fetch it and put it over the long on boundary for 6. Fowler, of course, lucky to still be there. Put down early on by skipper Raza. 86 for the loss of 4 wickets. Qureshi, who was a member of the Ghana Amazon Warriors during the CPL. Pressure situation here right now. He's up to the wicket. That's a full ball. Goes down to a long on. Fielded by Saeed Ajmal. Saeed Ajmal would definitely be the key as we go down towards the end of the innings with 8 overs to go after this. Here's Qureshi again wide outside the off stump. It's going to be called a wide.
Yeah, Saeed Ajmal will be a key, and also Junaid if he lives up to the expectation, because I think they're holding them back for the later overs.
That's a better delivery there from Qureshi, and Hayat getting back and cutting it away down to the point boundary. He's only going to get a single. Lovely bit of work down there by Dodson, and the score goes on to 89 for 4. Delivery outside the off stump from Qureshi, not really getting much turn at this point in time, and the pitch is not really allowing for that. End of Sison Qureshi's over 12th game, and this latest score here at Broward after 12 overs, the Indian Lions in pursuit of 165 for victory. They're 89 for 4.
Yeah, the next 2 or 3 overs are going to be a crucial overs. If they either their score will go up or they will put the Lions in a better position to finish them off, or it'll be a challenging to climb up the scoring run rate. The Lara is coming from the so-called Palm Beach end.
Here comes the look at Hetty. This is a short delivery that's muscled away by Hayat, and there's a single down to the backward square leg.
The flower
delivery, and Fowler fetching that one from outside the off stump. He pulls it away through by mid-on down to the boundary for 4, and that's a welcome boundary there from Fowler. He goes on to 32, and the score 90 for 4.
Yeah, that was a very timely hit. He could have hit it high, but I think he played very sensibly to try to hit the ground shot instead of pulling it up for 6. Nice single to bring the score to 94, and Flower goes to 37 off 37 ball deliveries. 95 for 4.
Look at it in his third over. He has so far taken 1 for 19. Slower delivery on this occasion. Weighted by Hayat, and he got in.
Position.
Taken one bounce.
Pressure for
he had from the now that he from this, he said yesterday, you know, the guys doing so much. Let's see this.
Yeah, he's him with the game way not right legend.
Quick there, and I been able to single back. 90. Five. Still, that would be contest.
This particular time, one is with the way they run the ball.
He left the dusty roads of Pakistan, brought with him a passion and a love for cricket.